Now that we've defeated all 4 guardians, it's time to make our way down to Yogg-Saron's prison. We first need to decide how many guardians we want to help us. If you don't care about the achievements and just want to kill Yogg, then I advise you to activate them all. After that, make your way to General Vezax. Along the way you'll face packs of Twilight members and faceless horrors. In the packs, make sure to kill the Twilight adherent first, since they are the healers. The Faceless Horror has an aura that drains mana, but you will hardly notice this. He will also summon a Void Beast and place a shield around himself until the Void Beast is killed. On top of that, he will also try to mind control you. You usually resist it, but it can happen that he actually mind controls you. It isn't a huge problem on this specific horror, but later on you'll see 2 of them standing next to the general. If those mind control you and place you near the boss, that could become a problem, so kill them as fast as possible. Using your bubble will remove the mind control. The room is clear and now it's time to fight General Vezax. And for me he was the hardest one out of all of them to solo, mainly because he will eventually drain all your mana. His abilities are the following: Aura of Despair, prevents mana regeneration from nearly all natural resources. Also reduces melee attack speed by 20%. Searing Flames, deals fire damage and reduces your armor. It can be interrupted. Mark of the Faceless, a dot that drains your health and gives it to the general. Shadow Crash, a missile that will knock you back when it hits. Normally this missile will go for the ranged or healers, but since you're the only target in the room, it will always go for you. And finally, Surge of Darkness, a buff that the general places on himself, increasing his physical damage by 100%, but also reducing his movement speed by 55%. This fight should be a lot easier for those without a mana bar, but there is a way to get a little bit of mana back. During the fight, clouds of Saronite vapor spawn. Destroying this cloud will leave a green patch on the floor, stand on the patch and you will get a stackable debuff. You will take shadow damage from this debuff, but also get a little bit of mana back. So how did I end up soloing him? It's a simple DPS race. Kill him before he kills you. For me it took an item level of 483 with the 2-piece set bonus. On top of that I also used some buffs. These were Flask of Winter's Bite, Black Pepper Ribs and Shrimp, Drums of Forgotten Kings, Blessing of Might, Seal of Truth, and 1 potion of Mogul Power at the start of the fight. For my talents I used Long Arm of the Law, Fist of Justice, Selfless Healer, Clemency, Sanctified Wrath and Execution Sentence. I start the fight by using my potion and I immediately use all my cooldowns to get as much DPS out at the start, since I still have mana to use. I activate Inquisition, use my hammer as much as possible and rotate between Judgment, Crusader Strike and Templar's Verdict. I interrupt his first Searing Flames and use my Devotion aura to soak up some damage from the second one. A cloud of Saronite vapors had spawned, and as you can see the knockback from his Shadow Crash is rather annoying. I break the cloud and try to get as much mana from it before he knocks me away again. At this point I'm nearly out of mana and I'm simply poking him with my sword now. I use my last bit of mana for Execution Sentence and thankfully he goes down. Now this was the first time I killed him. Later on my gear improved and the fight became a lot easier. Normally this is the part where I tell you about possible achievements, but really if you have a mana bar, just be thankful that you can actually solo this guy. However, there are 2 achievements you can earn, and you might even be able to solo one of them if you don't have a mana bar. Shadow Dodger requires you to kill the general without getting hit by Shadow Crash. You will need at least 4 people, and 3 of them need to stay at least 15 yards away from the boss. A purple crystal will fly towards one of the people at ranged, they simply need to avoid getting hit by it. I Love the Smell of Serenite in the Morning requires you to first kill these Serenite enemies before killing the general. The enemy spawns once you leave enough Serenite clouds alive, and once the enemy is alive, the boss will become immune to all damage. Kill the enemies, then kill the boss, and you'll earn this achievement. This achievement might be possible to solo if you don't have a mana bar. If you do, ask some friends to help you out. That's all the info I have on the fight with the general. Click here to see the next video, and until next time guys, see ya!